Hey, Chad Imhoff here, the EFT guy. Wanted to share a few quick thoughts about something that came up in a supervision session this week. I was having a conversation with somebody about video review and why we video and all these things. And man, they asked a really good question that I don't think that we answer enough. And so I wanted to answer it in this video. And really it is, what do I need to be looking for when I'm watching my videos so that I'm going to be most productive with my time? Of course, we all know we need to be recording and videoing ourselves so that we can get feedback, so that we can kind of know how we're doing as therapists. I think it's pretty essential that that feedback gives us energy to continue working and helps us not burn out and all kinds of good things. So I'm still recording sessions, and the question again, what should I be looking for in my videos? So for me, when I think about that, the very first thing that comes to mind is, does this session or this video clip have a focus? Do I have a plan? Am I working on some form of a map? In EFT, we would think of the steps and stages, or you could even just think about, tango. Am I going through the moves of the tango? If I'm moving through the moves of the tango, I love to also think about temp. Am I assembling affect, making sense of their personal meaning? But I have some focus, something I want to look at and share with somebody and get feedback on what's happening. Now, let's say I do have focus. The next thing I would say is, where do I lose my focus? Seems kind of obvious, but if I'm losing focus in session, then we've got lots of things to talk about. Ways to stay on track. Is it about me, or is it something that they're doing? We can start to figure out what's happening in sessions and throws us off. If you've got some of those things labeled or knocked down, you've got an idea. What are the blocks to the process? What am I encountering? Is it within myself? Am I not good at dealing with anger, or do tears make me nervous, or sadness? What do I do with those things personally? That would be one way we could go. Or we could say, is this client just really an effective storyteller and they know how to kind of like take us off track somewhat? And I lose my focus because I like their stories. They're fun to follow. And at the same time, that is something we might want to work on in therapy, and video can really help us highlight that. The next thing I want to say is, what move am I on? If I'm going deeper and I never get to enactments, I might say, hey, can we pay attention to that? Do I know the move and the spots where I get stuck? It's really useful to know that what blocks are going to be thrown up at you. And so if we're moving through our EFT tango, we can say, what move am I on? What move am I in? Where am I going? That's a good thing to think about in your video supervision. And then, what stage of work am I in? I mentioned both of those earlier, but like if I'm in stage 2 work, I would expect that I'll spend a lot of time with one client, kind of going deeper and setting up big enactments. Or if I'm in stage 1, I'm not going to go as deep, and I'm going to spend a little less time in the depth, and I'll probably use more little enactments to just get reps and practice sharing and feeling emotion together. Y'all, we get better together. And I love the question, how or what should I be looking for in my videos? And how do I really get the most out of supervision? If you're asking that question, I think you're in a good space and you're right on track to get better in EFT. And again, the only way that we get better in EFT is together. We need feedback from one another. So get together with somebody and get a little bit of feedback and know what you're coming to supervision for. If you have a clue about, like, this is a spot where I got stuck, oh man, supervision becomes so effective and so useful. Thanks again for checking this out. And don't forget, we do get better together. Have a great week.